All right. Hi, friends. Welcome to our January coach invitation opportunity call. The four of us are going to kind of be chatting about our experiences with coaching. There's so many different parts of coaching that we can talk about, but today our theme is how coaching helped us gain consistency on our journeys. So I'm going to start since I'm already talking. I am Sarah. If you don't already know me, I was a Beachbody customer for a year before I said yes to becoming a coach. And I've been a coach now for almost 7 years and I love it. It's really changed the game for me personally, just on my own journey. And I found that before I kind of had an issue with perfectionism and I had this start-stop mentality where if it wasn't 100% or it wasn't perfect, it wasn't worth showing up to. And coaching really helped me reframe that in a whole lot of different ways, right? Because as a coach, one of the things we do is personal development. We work on our own mindsets and we offer accountability to not just ourselves, but to other people. And for me, that was a game changer, like knowing that I had a community, even if it was a community of one person, someone else that was looking for me to show up. And that kept me honest and accountable because this is never about, right, being perfect. It's never about having all your ducks in a row or being this expert. It truly is about you being authentic and real and messy and just sharing your journey and your light as you go along the way. So over the last 7 years, we've moved a couple times. We've gone through some personal stuff. I was in a car accident where I didn't work out for a while. And again, coaching just helped me stay honest and committed to my journey. So even if I wasn't doing a workout every single day, I was still plugged in. I was still working on my growth journey. And it's just been a gift. And I think that when we can get out of our own heads and out of our own ways, it's really transformative. Yeah. So that's kind of my story about that. Natalie, what do you want to share?
This is year 2.5 for me, I believe. And I messaged Katie and just said, I'm not comfortable in who I am after having a baby. And she was like, we have the tools. So I was just a pod member and I was just doing the workouts and I finished bar and I was still taking all the supplements. So the pre-workout, the collagen, the recovery, and I needed a discount. And she's like, well, let's be a coach and then you get your coach discount. And that's really what was the jumping off point. Because if you can save money and stay spending only $100 a year, it's really enticing. And I really just loved the transformation of having someone on my side. When dates were really hard, I could really just text her, and then opening this community, which became her upline, and like how I got involved with every one of you guys. And then now being a coach on my own and having 3 people on my team and really being able to hold people accountable and also check in and like their mental capacity through the last few years of what does a home workout look like? How do you stay successful on it? And how can you afford it when there's so many other challenges out there financially? That the discount's really what sold it for me, and staying really committed to the progress. And then you just do the workouts. They're all there. And when you get them for a discounted rate, especially the pre-workout, which I adore, which we're all drinking right now, literally. And we all drink it every day, even when we don't work out. I didn't work out today, but I definitely needed some motivation. Last night I had Shakeology with dinner because nothing was satisfying, and that's just hit the spot. And I knew I needed extra vitamins in my diet because we're all going through something. So yeah, culturally, how it's evolved for me as being a coach has just been, starting off with the discount and getting that buy-in, and then the community that came from it, and accountability and the fun we have. Like, we literally have so much fun in our teams that small or large, you feel part of it. And I think it's a really cool feeling as like a grown woman who doesn't have a lot of friends. And I think that's real life. And yeah, exactly. You just don't. And, you're going through so many things on your own that this just created such a culture of rejuvenation for me that I love.
And coaches save 25%.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Maybe I should tell you that.
All right, Katie.
Oh, okay. before I start, one thing, like to piggyback off of like what Natalie said about like this community that we've created, like whenever we get on, whether it's a Zoom call in the morning or a coach call like this, like I feel comfortable with every single woman like on the call, whether I've met them in person or not. Like I've never met you, Jessica, but I would totally have a conversation about, you know, whatever is going on in my life and not feel like I'm going to be judged, not feel at all anything any other way than just like fully accepted and like you're going to support me. Like I don't, like, you don't have to know people in real life. You don't have to like them just because you're on Zoom, just because I know your face and your picture and your Instagram doesn't mean that there's not at least some level of trust there, which I absolutely love about this community. Like I can't, it's not that way. Like if we didn't have a community of like-minded people going for the same goals, doing the same things, seeing each other every day, building that connection. So anyway,
Yeah.
I just wanted to put that because that is really unique to this whole thing. Okay, so I became a coach because I started seeing results, and it wasn't results from doing anything that was a crash diet, anything that was like, I've done juice cleanses, which I think are great for the body, but you don't have to do anything that dramatic to see results. You don't have to do 25 workouts a day, or, you know, work out 3 hours a day, or eat only celery or something. You see results from eating real food and doing 15 to 20-minute workouts a day with consistency, of course. And that's what really got my buy-in. And that's why I became a coach, because I know that this is doable for every single body out there. And I say body because if you like, no matter what your fitness level is, no matter what your weight is, no matter what anything is, you can do something, even if it's just the nutrition. And we have 2 great nutrition programs that are backed by like real science, like from nutritionists, from like, it's not just like, hey, here's the cabbage diet. Like I think about that fad. My mom did that when I was a kid and the house stunk for weeks.
Gross.
Newsflash, she didn't lose any weight. My husband just looked at me. He's like she would do that diet.
We can all imagine that. And their lifestyles, like that's the best part of the diet. It's, you know, nutrition.
Exactly. And that's why like when I talk about like the nutrition plan, like I mean, this is like a plan for living your life. Like this is how I always eat like this. Do I have my cake and eat it too? I sure do. But I don't eat the whole cake because one, I don't want to eat the whole cake. I don't feel good when I eat the whole cake. And when you go from like, when you start eating this way, and when you start eating and fueling your body with nutrition, you're going to get that way too, where that's a whole different conversation. Sorry, sidetrack, but anybody can do this. Anybody. I wholeheartedly believe it. If you want to do it with the consistency, the drive, and the discipline, even 80-20, you will see results. And that's why I became a coach. So I can show the world really that anybody can do this and anybody can feel good in their own skin.
And we all deserve to show up, you know, like you deserve to like, I hear that so often where moms are, you know, like we're busy and it feels like it's frivolous, but it's not. Like what you do and don't do is teaching your kids a lesson. So what lesson do you want to teach? And why wouldn't you want to feel good in your skin along the way? Right?
I'm telling you, I hated my body for years. I'm talking years, like 10 plus years after high school. I hated it. I hated like, I'm like, man, I just feel bigger than everybody else, or I have a big butt or whatever. No, I learned self-love. I learned some self-love from personal development.
Yep. I love it. All right, Jessica, what would you like to share?
All right. I have actually been with Beachbody for 10 to 11 years. It's hard for me to remember exactly when I started yet, but I was not on this team at that point. I had a coach that probably was a random person that I never met. And then through the years, I did jump to a couple of other coaches or people that I met, but they never really had a team or continued to coach. I was off and on with my workouts. I did go through phases where I was 100% in, but without that group and accountability, it's very hard to stay in. So even though I had a coach, it wasn't someone actually doing it or doing workouts. When Lori, my sister-in-law, became a coach, I went to her team and was just a customer still for a while. And then when one of our programs, MBF, came out, I really wanted to start it. So I decided to become a coach just to get early access, and to get the discount on the products as well. Because I had actually never tried them. I had just done the workouts and done other products. And I do find that these products, I really do like them. That was my first time trying them. I found since being a coach, I'm definitely much more likely to wake up in the morning and get things done. It's a very hard, I know, being like a mom, you can't work out at, especially a working mom, like you have to leave the house by a certain time, but you can't go to a gym because your kids are still asleep. So having that at home workout, but also being able to know that other people are going to check if you did your workout as well, or see if you did or didn't, just having that accountability. And having people on my team now that I can check in with and see how their workouts are going, it really keeps you motivated to keep going. I did work a lot over the summer, so I kind of fell off of everything, and just in the past month I've been getting back in to the workouts and nutrition, and they really do work, and the accountability really does work. That's jumping back into coaching is the only thing that really got me back to my workouts. I could tell myself I'm going to do them, but it's hard always to do that if it's just you looking at it. But if I tell someone else this is what I'm doing, we're going all in, they're looking up to you too. So having that has really kept me going this month of January, and hopefully through the rest of forever. But having a team
early.
On work days, only on work days, but yes. Yeah, 4 a.m. very early, when my work days start early. So that's definitely early. But I do definitely see a difference, like having a team of people above and below in our group, that everyone's like together, and it's much easier than when you just have access to the workouts and you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, there's so many parts we can talk about with coaching, but like last year was weird. And even Christmas was weird. Like it's just lately everything's felt weird. And I can say, honestly, like it's a highlight of my day to get on Zoom. And we don't get to see everyone all the time because, you know, Jessica, you work and Natalie works. But it just, on the days where everything feels so out of control, like my workouts are something I can control, and choosing to plug into Zoom, even if I've already done a workout and I don't need one, like I genuinely look forward to that. And I'm not a people person in real life. Give me a cat any day over a human. Like, it's just, I guess, you know, like attracts like. And that's one of the things I love about our tribe is that everyone's just genuinely kind and nice. And I think that's really important. So I'm grateful for all of you and for the opportunity. And I think that it just, when you know that you're doing something that not only benefits you, but it also influences, inspires other people, that's huge. That's more important than any payday at the end of the day, if you've made an impact. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, do you guys have anything else that you want to share while we wrap this up? No. Okay.
I don't think so.
Do you have anything?
Come join our tribe. If you have questions, reach out.
Exactly. It's progress for perfection. It doesn't matter where you're at with your journey. You could be a couple years in, you could be literally like just getting started. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the number on the scale says or where you're at with your fitness journey. Anyone can coach, even if it's just you want to commit to coaching yourself, because that's our first job, is to work on our own journeys and just to try and be a better human every single day, inside and out. So we have all kinds of cool tools and resources, and we'd love to have you join us. So if you have any questions, connect with whoever invited you to this call and we can walk you through it. And the best part of having a team is that it's not just you having to figure things out. Like we have tools and trainings and, you know, a path to follow, right? Yep. All right, friends, thanks for coming.